Welcome to A Closer Look. I'm your host, Robin A.T. Menace, and today we're going to take a look at Fostering Dreams Enterprise. Our guest today is Vallery Mitchell, the founder and CEO of Founding Dreams. Welcome, Valerie.
Hello, Robin. Thanks for having me.
Sure, thank you for joining me today. I'm excited actually to talk about your topic because, children, especially, foster care is very dear to my heart. So tell me about Fostering Dreams.
So, Foster and Dreams Foundation is a nonprofit corporation under my enterprise, as you stated. And what we do is provide roughly 8 services to children in foster care. Just last year, we did expand to go ahead and serve children in economically disadvantaged areas because we saw a need for that. So we serve foster children and those children in those communities, trying to restore normalcy for these children so that they could grow up and be whoever they want to be. Unfortunately, they're not afforded the same opportunities as children that are not in foster care or not in those communities. So we come in and we offer those things for free just so we could, let these kids be whoever they want to be when they grow up.
That's awesome. Tell me how I don't know, what made you think of your organization and how did you get started?
So Fostering Dreams, so like you said, it's an enterprise. Fostering Dreams Dallas LLC just started last year in October. Mid pandemic, I was like, oh, let me learn some new things. And then I learned how to build websites, I learned how to do graphics, all of those things I needed actually to further develop my nonprofit. So after learning all those things, I said I could go back and offer those services to the community. So that's where the LLC and enterprise came from. But Fostering Dreams Foundation actually was started in 2015. Our name originally was Volley for the Children. I started this in college. I was a sophomore in college when I started this organization. So we threw charity volleyball tournaments and we would raise money and gifts and all of that, and we would donate it to Children's Aid Society of Wichita Falls. And that shelter houses foster youth. So I started that. I was about 19 years old at MSU, and then graduated from MSU in 2016, came back home. I realized that the vision had changed. Of course, we were not going to depend only on volleyball tournaments in regards to raising money, and we started to do different things to raise money. So we outgrew our name. So in 2018, I changed our name to Fostering Dreams Foundation because I truly, truly believe in the word foster itself, which means to further develop something and help it become what it wants to be. So that's how we got our name, Fostering Dreams Foundation, and that's how we became into existence.
Okay. And this um, this this organization kind of seems to be dear to your heart, probably because of your the way you grew up, I would guess. Is that true?
Yes. So when I was born, I was removed from my birth mother and placed in the foster care system due to the birth conditions that I had. I was in foster care for about 6 years. I was in two different homes. At first, when I was born, I was placed in a primary medical needs home, which is a home for children who they believe, have severe medical issues, children they think might pass away due to certain situations. So they placed me in that kind of home because of how I was born. And then, roughly around the age of 3, they realized, hey, she might be okay. Like, she's normal and she's kind of too hyper for this home. And they moved me to a different home. When I got to the new home, I had foster siblings. Relatively, I'm still reading my case file, just truly learning about everything that went on in foster care. But in that second home, that's where I experienced more trauma that the community is starting to see me talk about. And I was placed on a lot of psychiatric medications. That was the home I was sexually assaulted in. That was the home, and just I believe like 3 days ago, I was found out that it was recommended that I be moved from the home, but I didn't get moved from that home. But that second home is where I probably experienced more of my trauma in the foster care system. And then I was finally adopted at the age of 6 by my forever family.
Oh, that's amazing. And tell me a little bit about your adopted family.
So my adopted family, the Mitchells, my dad is Jerry Mitchell, my mom Cassandra Mitchell, and my brother Jaron Mitchell. They live in DeSoto. They raised me in DeSoto, and they are absolutely wonderful. I mean, I wouldn't be here today without them and how they brought me into their home, loved me as their own child, really gave me that normalcy that I give to foster youth now. So I didn't learn about how to about normalcy and how to provide normalcy for children. I learned that from my parents. So I take what they how they raised me, and now I go do it for other children.
And I know you've made quite a few academic achievements. Can you tell me about those achievements and what kept you motivated?
Yes, so I was in National Honor Society. I was in National Junior Honor Society and National Honor Society. I graduated from Canterbury Episcopal School, which is a college preparatory school, and a lot of people considered it to be a very difficult school. To graduate, we had to write a 25-page paper and do a 2-hour presentation, just to, get out of college. So, also while at Canterbury, I was on the two-time state champion volleyball team. So I am a two-time state champion in volleyball, and I enjoyed that very much. Left high school, went on to college at Angelo State at first, played in a recreational league volleyball there. And honestly, a lot of people don't want to talk about their things that they didn't really achieve. My first semester in college, like most freshmen, I was on academic probation. And then I was like, let me get it together, let me be the Valerie I know to be. So then I ended up
Yeah.
transferring state or got very serious in my studies. I figured out what I really wanted to do. I am a criminal justice fanatic. And so I got in the right major. I started to really apply myself. I actually started working as well in that field. And through working in that field and truly studying what I wanted to do, I saw my grades improve. And then that's where I became, very good grades. I graduated from college.
Okay. And going back to your organization, um, how does what you do now tie into um, you know, I guess your background as far as are you trying to help children that were in the same situation, or are you trying to get them beyond, after foster care or in foster care? What exactly do you offer?
So what I try to do is, oftentimes people do not see successful foster youth. When I go out and I start talking, you never, when you're talking to someone, you hear, "Oh yeah, me too," or "Yeah, I heard of so and so doing that." When you get into talking about successful foster youth, that never happens. So what I'm trying to do is get out here, show my face, especially so foster youth can see me, so they know to keep pushing and to keep hope alive and to know that if they stay focused and driven, they could be in the same situation I am. The issue I'm seeing in the foster care system right now is children have lost hope, especially after a certain age. So what you see is kids running away from placements. You see kids aging out, and then as soon as they age out, they are on the streets or they are in jail. Um, I read a statistic about 2 years ago where only seven foster youth get to go to school for free, college that is, sorry. So they get to go to college for free. And I read that only 7% of foster youth actually utilize that, which is a very low number. So what I do is I really show my face, tell my story, and a lot of people, I do it for the foster kids. I enjoy anyone who gets to see it, but I want foster youth to see it so they know that they can come out of their situation and they can continue to be great and do absolutely whatever they want to do. And then with my programs, we serve all the way from zero all the way until they graduate college. That's how many different services I have. So right now, during the year, we throw different events. Foster youth can come out to these events for free. Like one time, I let 20 foster kids come eat and play for free at Dave and Buster's. I paid for them to do that. I do an angel tree every year. Every year we serve more and more foster youth. And with our angel tree, a lot of people, when they donate gifts for Christmas, sometimes they just aren't great. So with our angel tree, we let these foster kids really write down their wishes and we fulfill those wishes so they know that you can get what you ask for. It doesn't matter your situation. You don't have to settle. you can get what you ask for. So that's what our Angel Tree program focuses on. And then we just do all those little recreational activities throughout the year that they could come do for free. And because they're not they people don't know this either, but foster youth, they sometimes they don't get to play sports or things like that just because they're in foster care. And that's what I'm trying to change as well. Like, I want them to be able to play volleyball. I want them to be able to do this. So I develop all those programs so that they can do those things. And that is what normalcy is. Letting them play on a school team, letting them go to Dave and Buster's, letting them see themselves photographed by a photographer. So that's what I come back and do with that foundation. And I've started to see, we're about in year 3 of where things are really picking up. And I'm starting to see some kids that have been at every event, and overall, and speaking to their foster parents, these kids are happy. They know they are important. And, we have built bonds, and they are persevering through their situation, which is my goal at the end of the day.
And I know you guys have been, doing this for, activities for children for a while, but now we have to deal with COVID. So do you have COVID protocols in place?
Yes. So last year, um, we did go ahead and throw an event in the midst of COVID. We decided to get creative. We had our first annual fall festival. So what we did for that was we did 3 groups of 10 children only. Each child had their own table, and we made the activities based around COVID. So instead of face painting competitions, we had a face shield decoration competition and things like. And so the kids absolutely love decorating the face shields. I have tons of pictures that I can show you where they had the awesome stickers on the face shield. They're like, I got first place. We had a pumpkin decorating contest, and they were able to do that at their own table where they didn't have to go mix and mingle. And we served 30 children on that event. We had an angel tree event where we did go ahead because, of course, in December of last year, the COVID numbers began to rise again. So we let everyone stay in their car, but we did a drive through, and we still were very festive. We had on our Christmas stuff. We were taking the gifts to the cars, and all everything went well. No one caught COVID at any one of our events. None of my board members suffered from COVID. And I believe also, a lot of people don't know, I also partner with another organization, and they used my planning and my strategy to throw their event. And that event actually, for the first time ever, served 1,800 children last
Wow.
December. So,
Wow.
because they partnered with us and I was kind of teaching them different things, so we were able to serve 1,800 children in a drive through format over 3 days. And again, COVID free, everyone was safe, and everything went really, really well. So, I believe, with the mask, the hand sanitizer that we provided, and everything that we gave away, we gave more masks, we gave more hand sanitizer, we gave away tons of face shields. So, we were doing all those little things, and it worked out for us.
That sounds awesome. I know they had to have had a ball. Um,
Yeah.
and you just now had another event, what, last week?
Yes. So
Tell us
last
about that.
week, yes, so last week we had our first annual Child Abuse Awareness Walk. So I've been wanting to do a walk for 2 years. I wanted to do it last year, but then, around this time last year, that's when COVID started. So I said, okay, I have to delay and wait a little bit. So last year I continued to do my regular t-shirt fundraiser, which I had been doing for about 3 years. And I did my regular t-shirt fundraiser, but I always kept this walk in the back of my head. And then, the year went on, and then when I noticed that things were starting to open back up, I had a board meeting, and I simply asked my board, how do you all feel about hosting this walk? It's near and dear to me. I believe this would be very good for the community, and they said, let's do it. I think we decided a week before April that we would do this, so we had 30 days to put this out there and make it great, and we definitely did that. So the first annual Child Abuse Awareness Walk, we invited the community out. Participants could do the 5K run where, because there's runners out there, and we want them to come out and run if they want to. So if they wanted to do the 5K run, they were able to come at about 9:30 that morning. If they wanted to do a leisure walk and be able to just really enjoy the trail, they were able to come at 12. So the special thing about this event was that we handmade blue placards because blue is the child abuse awareness color. We handmade blue placards and we put them all throughout the trail. And it highlighted successful foster youth because that's very important to me to communicate to the community successful foster youth so they understand we can succeed. So we had stories of successful foster youth, and then we also highlighted some cases where children have inspired child abuse laws. And I always use the example of the Amber Alert system and how we that derived from Amber Hagerman. So we highlighted some of those situations, and then the next thing that we implemented is how we continue to seek justice for children who were victims. So we had a couple of placards in there that you would have the kiddo and it would have, justice pending. And so if it said justice pending, that told the community that we need to continue to fight for justice for that child. And then if it said justice served, it would put the year that the perpetrator was incarcerated for the crime that they committed against the child. So with the justice pending, justice served aspect, it's really opening the community's eyes on making sure they continue to advocate for children. We see the news stories, but then the news doesn't follow it all the way. It lasts 2 to 3 years. So we come back and we're like, hey, this
Sorry.
and then so oh no, it's okay. So we come back and say, hey, we need to get out here and we need to fight for this kiddo still. And the overall goal, what I share with my team is, when we're able to expand, I would love for us to be able to have a um, I would love for us to be able to have a representative attend these court hearings and really advocate for those children.
Sorry. Okay. And in closing, let's talk about how the community can support you.
Okay, so the community can support me by, of course, donating to Fostering Dreams Foundation. You can donate by going on our website, fosteringdreams.com. There's a donate button at the top right corner. If you're on a desktop or tablet, if you're on your mobile device, you will click, it's like 3 lines to your left top corner. You click that, and then a list will come down, and you'll click the donate button. You could also sign up to be a frequent volunteer with us if you would like to do that. And those are about the 2 ways that you can help us in our foundation. We also accept gently used clothing. We accept car seats. We're really, really big on accepting suitcases because a lot of people don't know that when foster youth have to move, their belongings are put in trash bags, which is unacceptable. So we love suitcase donations. So if there's like anyone out there that has tons of suitcases, we will take them all so that these foster youth understand that they too belong. Their stuff goes in suitcases too. There's tons of children who, seeing them lug trash bags around will really make you put things into perspective. So those are about the 3 things that people can do to help us in our foundation.
Okay. And if someone wants to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you?
So they can get in touch with me by also going to our website. There is a contact us button, but you can also email us at contact@fosteringdreamsdfw.org, and then my team will get back with you and we will set it up from there.
Okay, great. Well, that is the end of our time. I appreciate you, Valerie. I'm sorry, Valerie, for um, visiting with me today, and I would love to have you on again next year doing Child Abuse Awareness Month.
Yeah.
This, of course, is Foster Care Awareness Month, so that's what we want to focus on today.
Yeah.
Um, and, before we close, do you have any words of wisdom for anybody considering foster care?
I would tell.
Considering
Oh,
doing foster care.
oh, any words of wisdom for anyone considering fostering?
Yes, thank
To
you.
oh, yes, I would tell them. So I hear tons of conversations, of course, and I would say some of the most disheartening conversations are only adopt babies, only adopt a certain race, only adopt children who have no issues. So if that's the mindset, that you believe you will have when you're going to foster, I would encourage you not to foster. I would encourage people who just genuinely love children, people who want to help children, and want to, again, further their development. Yes, you should foster. But if you want a perfect child to come into your home and just sit there and do what you said, then I would actually discourage you not to foster. I would encourage everyone to be open minded about fostering. And then I would inform everyone it takes work. Like it's you just like you have to go to work or you have to do this. Raising a child takes work. And I would also encourage people as soon as you adopt a child or you bring a child into your home, treat that child as your own child. Don't think of it as this is my adopted child. My mom, a lot of people ask her, so she's your adopted daughter, something, something, something. And she always goes, whoa, that's my baby. That's my child. You don't have to put the adopted part on there, you know. So if you are like my mom and that's how you think, great, go for it. But if you know you're going to have those, you know, those preferences and those little things that you don't want in a child, then maybe you should just consider something else. And then I did want to also mention that after our first annual Child Abuse Awareness Month, of course, because our goal is to raise awareness. The city of
Mhm.
DeSoto officially adopted April as Child Abuse Prevention Month, and they provided us with the proclamation for that last week. So that was very major to see the city adopt that officially, and they will do that, you know, until we're all no longer here. But that was amazing, and our goal from the walk was to raise awareness, and that is exactly what happened.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I wish you well in all of your endeavors. And on that note, we're going to close and thank you to our viewers for logging on with us today. I hope you will check back with us next month and we'll take a closer look at another business in Dallas Fort Worth neighbor in the area.
Thank you
Thank
for having
you.
me.